Their compassion and generosity in the community is so inspiring to others, and I think it's inspiring to our family. I strive to raise my kids the way they raised us.
Mike and Mary Terry are heroes to me on so many levels. They're great family people. They love their family. They're smart, insightful, progressive individuals.
They're very quiet in their giving, I think. You know, you see their name around, but they don't profess it, and you don't see them on TV or anything like that.
They like to share what they have and see other people enjoy and benefit from opportunities they are able to provide.
It's not just that they write checks and give money, they give themselves.
They're sort of behind the scene people.
They're doing it because they think it's important and not for any recognition.
They have done so much for the community, for the church, and enjoy every moment of it, and are blessed that they can do it. So I am mighty proud.
I'll tell you what I think of about Mary when she was a little girl. She's very, very tender-hearted. And if her father scolded her, or I did, anybody said anything to her, she burst into tears. And then Jimmy would feel worse than she did.
Mike was just a sweetheart all of his life, most all of his life.
I was born in Dallas, Texas. I'm a fourth-generation Texan.
I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. Went to school here, eventually got my degree at North Texas, and met Mary in the middle of all that. In 1975, we got married and moved to Denton, where we were both going to school at North Texas, and eventually moved to Lake Dallas, where we had a lake house.
It was fun. Worked in the day, and then I'd go meet him and a couple guys on the dock at 3 o'clock, and then we'd ski in the afternoon. So it was a good time then.
It was, you know, an extremely simple time of our life. I mean, you know, we had just gotten married. We had one car, hardly any responsibility. And even though we were living, you know, very simply and from paycheck to paycheck, I mean, it was very important to Mary to give back some way. And I think that was pretty evident in her wanting to work at Denton State School.
Denton State School gave me a really strong appreciation for children with mental disabilities. I've been always drawn to working with people who otherwise might be forgotten in our society.
My dad had been in the pest control business after he got out of the service, working for Terminex, and it was a very, very small termite and pest control company at the time. So kind of grew up in the business. When I was 25, my dad got sick, and I had to really drop out of school and come back to Dallas and kind of help through that process, and lost my dad I think when I was 26, and at that time talked Mom into keeping the business.
When he really took over the reins of the business, not only was he trying to make this company grow and survive and grow, he also had a family now that he had to take care of. So there are a lot of hours that he was not at home, but he was taking care of us.
If we both had personalities like me, there's no way in heck this marriage would have lasted 38 years.
I don't think we knew all this about ourselves when we got married, however. No. We were young, we were in school, we had a blast together, we knew we loved each other, but I don't think we could see where we were going with that.
One word to describe Mary would be compassionate.
Faith. Nice.
Kind.
Tender-hearted.
Gracious.
Wonderful.
Thoughtful, sweet, generous, kind. I can't say enough good things.
My sweet Mary, love.
Caring.
Faith-driven. Warm.
One word to describe my mom would be love.
Complete. Nurturing.
Fun? I think she's fun.
Without a doubt, it would be grounded.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's pretty good.
It's obvious that their faith is very important to Mike and Mary. If you just look at the causes that they support in the Catholic community, they sort of live their faith and by what they do.
You know, to me, faith really influences me daily and kind of how I react to my journey, to what's happening at the workplace, what's happening at home.
My father wasn't Catholic when he was born, but my mom, as she has in so many ways, influenced my dad to become Catholic. She didn't tell him he needed to be Catholic, but he saw the light in the spirit of my mom.
One of the things I remember is that on our many trips, Mary would always seek out the little local Catholic church to go to. Never missed a Sunday, no matter where she was.
Without faith, to me, you just really are lost.
Mike and Mary's philosophy for their foundation is that to much is given, much is expected, and I think they have lived that out, and that is going to be their legacy.
The Mike and Mary Terry Family Foundation, we started in 2006. What we wanted was a foundation that created the platform for the family to communicate and talk about the needs of the community together. We feel like education truly is a game changer, and that everybody, no matter where they come from, deserves that opportunity.
The Terry's primary focus at OLPH has been tuition assistance. Their commitment and belief in Catholic education makes them want to see that opportunity available for every child.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Terry.
As we started to look at how we were going to answer the needs of the homeless, it became obvious to us that we needed a homeless assistance center that was more than just a place to serve a meal. It was really a stepping stone, and that's why we created the Bridge. Mike and Mary both got excited about this effort and were major partners.
I think that frankly comes maybe from my early working career at Terminex, when I saw how someone working for minimum wage could be turned upside down so quickly with an emergency or a medical issue.
A lot of what they do through the foundation is focused on how can we help those in need now, but how can we find a way so that they can help themselves later on in life.
It's amazing the number of folks that the Terrys have touched without anyone's knowledge whatsoever.
This is something that we really hope to go into the future and future generations even.
And I think they've understood the concept of noblesse oblige real early in their lives, and I think this is the fruits of that knowledge, and what they've done has been remarkable, and we're very proud of it.
Mike and Mary have inspired me really through the way that they approach every day, and that is with God as your compass, you'll be headed in the right direction.
They've inspired me quite a bit. I mean, to be better, to work hard, to feel that there's nothing I can't accomplish.
I guess it started from my mom's mom and watching them, and it's inspired them, it's inspired us.
I really didn't have a role model for volunteering, and Mary really introduced me to all of that, and it's stuck through today.
I am tremendously inspired by their willingness to stand forth, go public, and roll up their sleeves. They're an example of real Christian dignity, generosity, what we call, I guess, in the Society of Jesus, men and women for others.
I find that my own charitable giving of time, talent, and treasure is broader due to their influence.
There have been very many mentors and people in their life that inspire them greatly, that they still are in touch with and they do not forget nor lose contact with. That they're very faithful, very loyal.
Mike and Mary's giving, I think, inspires a lot of people. As you know, it's kind of monkey see, monkey do, and I think a lot of people have fallen in on that same track.
One word for Mike. Loyal.
Giving.
Committed.
Mike is funny. Genuine.
Driven.
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 I'd say passionate.
Thoughtful. Ambitious.
Hardworking.
One word to describe Mike would be honorable.
Devoted.
Generous.
Grit.
Fair. I'd say 100 things.
Committed.
Handsome.
Their Catholic faith is so much a part of everything they do, and so to be honored by the Catholic Foundation is truly an honor for them, and I'm sure it touches their hearts more than any of us can even imagine.
To be honored like this, for it to be in the Catholic realm is wonderful, because that is where we spend our time, and it is so much a part of who we are.
It's extremely humbling. And, you know, what happened to us is we, of course, have gone to so many of the events and knowing so many of the honorees and that have come before us and gotten the award. I mean, they are the best of the best and truly, you know, leaders in our Catholic community, and which makes it just frankly very overwhelming.
They've done so much for the Catholic community. They've done so much for the community of Dallas, and it's well deserved. I can't think of anybody I'd rather see get it than Mike and Mary Terry.
The quality of the Catholic Foundation is certainly measured by the quality of the awardees tonight.
Mike and Mary's legacy will be that they were a very, very generous couple that were able to make a huge impact on our community and change people's lives.
The thing that they've celebrated more than anything else has been their family and their friendships and their community. And I just don't know of a greater legacy there could be.
I know they gave me a lot of chances, and they continue to give plenty of other people chances, and it's a good legacy to leave behind.
You know, but together they're quite a team.
I think one thing that I would like everyone to know about my parents is how much I strive to be like them. I think that the way they raised us is so special and unique, and I hope that I will be able to be as good of parents as they are.
I think David, my brother that we lost recently, would be so proud of Mike, and I'm sorry he's not here to share in this.
They've done a good job. Good job, buddy. Glad you're getting this award. You deserve it.
The real reward that Mary and I get day in and day out is when you take an active role and allow it to become part of your life and get to understand the need and the person involved and put your arms around them and listen to them and work with them. It truly opens your eyes up to what this world's all about.
I want my kids to recognize that they're not any better than any one person, no matter what they have. What's going to make them better is what they do with what they have. There's always time for a kindness to someone, and if it's just even a word or a look or a handshake, and it's our responsibility. It's also a great blessing and joy to be able to do that.